Hello, everyone. My name is Donna Brown. I'm an Access Consciousness Facilitator, bars, facelift, and foundation. And today we're going to talk about gin-soaked raisins and creating wealth. So I was reading an article maybe a week ago, and they were talking about the oldest woman in some country, and they interviewed her. I don't know if she was 119. She was the oldest woman in the country, right? And they asked her secret to long life, and she said gin soaked raisins. And I started laughing because I thought that's an interesting answer to a question. And I remember years ago, there was some older lady, and they were interviewing her here in the United States, and I think she was the oldest woman in the United States at the time, so this was probably 20 years ago. And they asked her what her secret to long life was, and she said a cigar once a month and bourbon. Okay, and I find this interesting and curious, and I also recognize that belief creates reality. So if you believe those gin-soaked raisins are going to be the secret to long life, go for it. If you believe that cigar and the bourbon's going to be the secret to long life, go for it. I worked with somebody years ago, and she told me, I'm going to be a centurion. And I'm like, what, she wants to go be a Roman soldier or whatever? And she goes, no, I am going to be somebody that lives to be at least 100. And she already had it. That was what she planned to do, okay? So, is she going to live to be 100? I'm pretty sure she will, because that's what her belief was. So, we all have our beliefs, and we have to let go of those beliefs that don't create the magic, the miracles, the wealth in your life. Because there are beliefs that are holding you back. So how much life would you like to be living? It's an excellent question. How much life would you like to be living? You have a choice in life of creating your reality in which everything's in action. And lately I haven't been doing action because I've been feeling a little bit, and I've been sitting on the couch, and I've been reading books, and I've been doing very interesting things for the last couple of days because I haven't felt good. And I haven't done any access because there's something about this rest that my body was asking for. So I'm going to be in allowance of it. And today I got up and it's like, okay, what else? What can I do? What can I be? What needs my attention? What requires my attention? I went back into question. But we have a choice. And that choice is that we're acting. We're following the energy and we're taking action. We create the immutable laws of this reality when we're reactive. So that circular logic of if I do this, then that will happen. If I choose this, then this will happen. And so what we do is we live in this tug and pull kind of thing. It's a polarity. If this, then that. And what if we got out of that immutable law of this and that, and we just started following the energy and became the creators that we could truly be? How much life have you lived in reaction? More than 90% or less. And everything that is, can you destroy and uncreate it all? Now I'm going to be using the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. I won't explain it here, but when we use the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement, it acts like this little magic wand, and it just shifts all the energy away. So, how much life have you lived in reaction? More than 900% or less. It makes me laugh because that's where I've lived my life. Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. I found personally for me, when I start laughing when someone asks me something, that they so nailed it, that's so me. So how much of your life have you lived in reaction? more than 900% or less. And everything that is, times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. How much of your life have you lived in creation? More than 20% or less. Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Where you're not resisting and reacting or aligning and agreeing, you're just being who you are, and you're putting one foot in front of the other, and you're taking actions as things occur. How much of your life have you lived in creation? More than 20% or less. Everything that is, times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, put, puck, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. I remember watching my grandson, and he was going from one car to the other, and he was putting up a little gas station. He was doing all this stuff, right? And he was just being. And he was happy, and he was singing under his breath, and he was making sounds for the cars, and he was playing. And I was like, I'd like some of that, please. And then I remember going over to my computer, and I was creating some tarot type cards when I was doing this. And he was sitting there playing with his stuff, and I was sitting there playing with my stuff, okay? And I was actually creating. And how many times are we actually creating? Are we numbing out, like I've been doing recently, sitting on the couch watching TV, putting essential oils on my back, and telling myself I can't do access because I got the essential oils and it changes the vibration? I mean, how much of our life have we lived in creation? And I'm not saying it's not okay, because it's perfectly okay when you need to stop, when your body says stop and let's rest, or you're choosing to sit on the couch. That's okay. Because the other thing is, when I started watching some Korean Netflix, I noticed my writing went to a different level, because I was literally paying attention to how the plot lines were. So how much of your life have you lived in creation? More than 20% or less. And everything that is, times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. So here's a really good clearing to use to start letting go of that polarity. So what stupidity are you using to create the total and complete lack of the mutable laws of creation you're choosing? And everything that is, times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. I'm going to run this a couple of times for you. So what stupidity are you using to create the total and lack of mutable laws of creation are you choosing, or you are choosing? Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. What stupidity are you using to create the total and complete lack of the mutable laws of creation you are choosing? Everything that is, times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. So we were talking about gin-soaked raisins, and you're like, how does this relate to any of this? Okay, our beliefs create the magic and the miracles of your life and the wealth. So if we believe we're going to be wealthy, we'll be wealthy. If we have a belief that says we're going to live long, we're going to live long. So there's some questions you need to ask to get underneath the belief system you have that you're not actually conscious of. So how much money would you like to be living? How much life would you like to be living? How much fun would you like to be living? How much happiness would you like to be living? Really good questions. How much money would you like to be living? How much life would you like to be living? How much fun would you like to be living? How much happiness would you like to be living? And what stupidity are you using to create the total and complete lack of the mutable laws of creation you are choosing? Everything that is, times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, I'm not going to go add gin-soaked raisins to my daily menu. Might put the bourbon in there, but not the gin-soaked raisins. At the same time, when I started putting this together, I was like, how much money would I like to be living? How much life would I like to be living? How much fun would I like to be living? How much happiness would I like to be living? And what's next? What's next? What's next? What else is possible? What else? What else? What else? And then start choosing so that I'm not living in that 900% or less where I've lived in the reaction, and I start moving into the creation where I am actually creating the life I choose to live. My name is Donna Brown. I'm an Access Consciousness Facilitator. Please subscribe to my channel and pass this on to other humanoids if you find that it's interesting enough. Thank you.